what we need to distill this down and identify the real enemy. Yeah? The real enemy is not your neighbor. The real enemy is not your elderly relative. The real enemy is not your unemployed cousin or nephew. The real enemy is the City of London and the large corporations who want to bleed the country dry, suck out the wealth and hide it away from tax, which is what you said. So you have a perverse separation of wealth away from where it's needed and going up to the top. So it's the opposite of Robin Hood. We're stealing from the poor to give to the rich. And all major parties have been supporting this, yeah? In office. They say wonderful things in opposition. David Cameron went on a save his local hospital campaign before he got into power. You know, he promised us no more top-down reorganisation. Yeah. Tony Blair said we had 7 days to save the NHS. Who remembers that one? Yeah. So, in opposition, they sound lovely and cuddly, but in power, we get something else. In France, they've realised that they've had enough. The population are getting screwed time and time again. The British need to be less British and a bit more radical, because the more they can divide us up amongst ourselves, the easier their job becomes. All of us in this room have got far more in common than we have with our political masters. So we need to remember that and tell everybody else. Soon as you hear something divisive, oh, it's that person's fault, remind them they've fallen for the con. And it's the con that is constantly repeated in the media, and that's where we can engage on an effective level. So I've managed to ring up, just in my car, I hear something on LBC or talk radio, and you get through. Yeah, it just requires that persistence and confidence. Don't overcomplicate it. Make 2 or 3 points. Make the host look like an idiot, and you've done a good job. But the sort of people we need to direct our attention to is the very greedy, who don't need. I don't need to be paid another £50,000. Yeah, I'm okay, right? Compared to everybody else, I'm doing well. But my colleagues who are serving on the CCG are earning through their surgery without seeing any patients. They're earning through the CCG, and they're going to earn when they sit on these privatised boards. It's all about money beyond what they actually need. So we need to identify them as greedy, self-serving, and perhaps dim for doing this to us. But another key thing is, in terms of the leaders, quite often they're selected for being dim. Yeah? You flatter them, you tell them how great they are, and you promote them far beyond their capabilities. So they are stupid, and some of them you need to inform. But they have a perverse self-interest in remaining dim, so be prepared.